in the kitchen. In the goddamn refrigerator. Eating up all the food. I be the car boss. I'm the car that they're young and boss. I'm the peppy.
Until you do right by me, everything you think about is gonna crash. You will miss.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Afro-Cinematic. I'm your man Jam, and I am here with the one and only Love Domi. What's going on with you?
Hey, feeling good, feeling great. How about you?
Can't complain, just another day being beautiful and black. You know how it is.
Ashe.
This is the first a romance movie I reviewed and recorded before the show so far. So you the one that picked. You got it in your background. Got Love Jones. Like, this is my first time seeing Love Jones too. I've never seen it before prep for the show today.
Okay.
Okay, so why did you pick Love Jones? Like, tell me about it. What makes it stick out to you? Why is it in your face? Let me know.
Well, of course, it's a romance. And as a poet, and it's a romance about Black people who are, one is a poet. They're in a poetry club and they love music. So for me as a poet, it just, it goes. It's funny though, because I didn't see the film until I was like 26. I was
really?
old. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I can't say shit. I ain't seen it at all. Like, literally.
I don't know. It kind of just slipped by,
Yeah.
And my girlfriend was like, "Oh, I hate that movie." I'm like, "Well, you know what? I'm gonna watch it and see what it's about." And the opening credit, you hear the guitar coming on, and you hear "Hopeless," and just, oh my gosh,
man,
the
that's
soundtrack.
The thing, man. All say that soundtrack slap. That soundtrack slap. It's
you got the sweetest thing in a sentimental mood. Hopeless, something, like just all those neo soul hits.
Slap. You got some Al Green in there. I'm like, yo, like this soundtrack doing it. That's the thing about these early '90s movies. They don't do soundtracks like they used to do. Like, I used to love too, like in the older soundtracks and shit, like from the '90s and early 2000s, like when they had the music videos and the videos used to always have like clips from the movies. I used to love that shit
and stuff like that.
Yes. Love that shit.
Oh, it's so nostalgic. They don't do that anymore.
No, I used to get so geeked. Like, I remember too, one of my favorite songs was "One Thing" by A. Marie. And that was from Hitch, and I didn't see the movie till much later, but I used to fucking love that song. That used to be my shit. Yeah, they don't do soundtracks like they used to. Like, the soundtracks used to be their own little thing. Like
the soundtrack could just stand alone as its own, collaboration of songs, because all the songs they flow, they tell a story. And it's freaking neo soul and jazz. Like, how can you go wrong with it?
Like, jazz is my favorite type of music, and like they was all like the live music that was in it. It was good. Like, I like soundtrack, chef kiss. Like I said, most of those movies like from back then, like soundtrack is chef kiss. Like I said, this is like the first romance film I'm doing for the show. Like, I think like what probably my favorite one. I think it's probably Deliver Us from Eva. It's a rom-com though, like, so it's not like a straight romance like this. Have you seen that one? I used to I've seen that shit like on a whim before, and I used to like just love it. I don't know why I haven't seen this one, because let me tell you, I am like now and forevermore going to lust after Nia Long. I love me some goddamn Nia Long. Nia Long still fucking look good. Like, all day, every day, love me some damn Nia Long. And like Lorenz Tate look good too. And I was watching my dad, like, you know what? Lorenz Tate still fucking look good. I thought about saying, like, last movie I seen him in was what was that? Girls Trip. I'm like Lorenz, this nigga look the fucking same. Like nothing
like changed. A vampire. It's like Black Don't Crack, but this is like, okay, final level boss because
Right.
they haven't aged.
It's something different about what black people like because Nia Long, like you can tell that Nia Long's gotten older. You tell she's gotten older, but she looks better to me. Like no older. I love me some fucking Nia Long. Like I have no real interest in watching that one movie. What is it called? Like You People. But I seen Nia Long was in it, so I'm like, I'm going to watch it for Nia Long. I'm going to see it just on her. Like,
I've heard
love her.
Good and bad reviews. I'm not a fan of, I guess, like satire or rom-coms and really like that.
You know?
So I probably won't watch it, but I've heard good and bad.
I like the movie that it's based on. It's based on basically like based on Guess Who's Coming to Dinner. Like his Bernie Mac one. His was another remake. They both another remake of the same movie. Guess Who's Coming. His was Guess Who.
Yeah. Okay. Sidney Poitier. Okay.
Yeah, the original one is with Sidney Poitier,
mm-hmm.
and with him going like getting with a white girl and everything. Like that movie is fucking hilarious. Like
it was revolutionary for its time too.
Very
like,
much so.
That
very
kind of,
much so.
Yeah, like crossing
very much so. Yeah,
it was done well though.
Like I remember when I seen it, like I was watching a bunch of like Sidney Poitier movies. I was doing like a report on them, and I didn't even know it was gonna be a comedy. And like, so he's not known for like doing like comedic films and shit. And that movie is funny as shit. To me, it still holds up. If you've never seen it, you definitely got to see it.
Yeah, I've seen my great.
Oh yes, he fucking hilarious.
Yes. And then the remake with Bernie Mac.
Yeah, I seen like that one.
Idiot. So yeah.
Love that one. That's all surprising is doing another one in the same vein. I'm like, I don't know, Mama. I feel like this has been done. I feel like we're
over and over and over again.
I feel like we're passing now. But let's go and get back. Let's get back to Love Jones. Like I didn't know what to expect for it. I just know a lot of people bring this movie up as one of like their favorite like black romance films. That's especially from like me who've never seen it. I had no like background like with it at all. I always thought like one of the main characters' names is gonna be Jones. So when I found out that wasn't the case, that threw me the fuck off. Mm-hmm. That's happened at least 2 times in me recording like this show. Like I watched Crooklyn for the first time doing this, and I just knew Crooklyn was about a crime in Brooklyn, and like the names like it fits for it. So I'm watching the movie, I'm like, this is not at all what I had in mind.
Such a coming of age and story of family.
And black life. Yeah, like it really is. Like this movie, like I think I got a suspicion that Loren's take in this was halfway of villain. Like,
and my villain is Nia.
Really?
Nina, rather.
Like
Nina is my villain because I understand, she was hurt, and sometimes when we're going through things, we do kind of fall back into the familiar. So she did go back to Khalil, and I got it. But I felt like she was playing with my man. Like my man was chasing her.
Both of these niggas.
She was giving him a little, and then pull back. And then she was super foul because you can't show up with my man.
Man, both of them was wild. Like first off, Lorenz was super wild for me. Like he straight up stalked his way into a date. I'm like, I know this nigga
when he showed up to her house.
I'm like, I know this nigga's not about to get her address off a check and come to her crib.
And he's like, oh, you gonna let me in? And she's like, you want to come in? He's like, yeah, no. Like, no, you trying to get up in there. Yeah, we know.
She was so wild when he was like, when she asked him, well, you trying to come in? I'm like, I know damn well she ain't about to let this nigga in. He was like, well, yeah, I want to come in. She's like, all right. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like no, that's not a good safety choice. And that is not good for self-preservation.
Like, all right, we're black. We're a little more weary than that. You know?
I'm like, it's off rip. I'm like, yo, he out here wilding.
It's enough toxic for me.
It was just enough.
As women, some will agree, some won't. But as women, most of us do love a good chase, and we do love feeling like, oh, he came to my house. He got my house.
That's what we got to talk about, because I was talking about that with my wife Roberta, and we were laughing like, yo, like he straight up stalked his way into a date and ended up working. Like not good for self-preservation on Nina's part. And in the same breath, I'm like, do girls really like that shit? And I was like, I do think so because too many people was liking that TV show You. I'm like, too many people was falling in love with fucking Joe. I'm like, yo, he's a murderer.
And they were romanticizing him and understanding where he's coming from. So I think it has. It's first of all, it's generational and it's age. Because I'm 32, right? At 22, 24, hell, 28. Somebody like chasing me like that, I'm like, oh, wait a minute now, okay. Seriously. But now that I know who I am, I've been through a lot of stuff. That is kind of like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot you. Why are you showing up to my house?
I would not have I've always been very self-aware that that dudes gotta be very cognizant of how they come across to women, because the niggas be out here wilding. Like seeing a girl at night, like you might want to talk to her, don't talk to her, because it's gonna be fucking scary. Like some random nigga just gonna come yelling after, don't do it. Like always gotta be very cognizant of not looking weird or not being weird. But when this nigga, Roberta told me this shit too. Like she's been times where she's going to pay her phone bill, right? And then while she's saying her number, other niggas out there will fucking memorize the number to call later. I'm like, y'all are niggas be out here wilding.
Yeah, it's it be like that. As you know, I'm a poet, so I'm in the scene, I'm doing my thing or whatever. And most guys, they try in different ways. There's one particular guy, I ain't gonna put him on blast, I don't believe in that. But it was so weird. He was sitting there, he looked really lonely, right? So I'm the host. I'm like, you know what, I'm making feel love. Hey, how are you? We end up chatting. He's actually really cool. We chatted after the event was over. Fine. The next day, it was literally like platonic. The next day, I opened my Instagram and I opened it. And I did the big shine because I looked, I closed it like, no, that ain't really.
Can't be.
Hey, let me feed and fuck you.
Whoa. This nigga
it
came
was
on
no
strong.
Vaseline, no precursor, no let me take you to dinner first. Well, yeah, I guess it was that, but still, and I looked.
What?
And then I'm like, how old are you? Because I'm thinking maybe he a little, and he was like 22. So
what?
I said, yeah.
Niggas be wildin'. But oh my god, because my whole thing too, as I'm watching this movie, especially that scene, I'm like, what do you really expect to get laid in the house? Then she let him in the house. I'm like, well, I guess he was fucking right to do so. And you're right, Nina was fucking wild as hell in this movie. Straight up left dude to go with her ex in New York, come back, and damn near immediately get with her friend, get with his friend. And then I'm like,
okay, so for me,
that means I'm moving fast.
Listen, her going back to Khalil, I understand that though, and I looked at it now. It was 32. I look at it like you have to sometimes, like I said, fall back, and sometimes we got to make sure. It sucks that it was at Darius's expense because his feelings were hurt because she did that, but she in that moment she picked her. So I get it, but I don't get you coming back in town. You hot shit now. And you you show up with his nigga. That part I don't get.
I'm fine with her, trying to figure out and everything. I think that it's just how it was done, how it was portrayed in the movie was just I don't think it was portrayed well enough for it to come across to get the full meaning across of it was trying to. I think this movie is the director's first movie, and they wrote and directed the film too, and I got that from watching it. So some things, the transitions was real quick or random, but but it was touching on certain things like that. Because I feel like that should have been stretched out a little bit longer. That whole thing, should have been stretched out longer. Thinking about I'm messing with this new dude, but I think I might still have feelings for my ex. It should have been longer conversations, talk to her friend about it and everything, and sussing it out. But it happened just too quick. everything like just pops. So you don't really get to sit in it and think about it for a while. You know,
it did happen fast, and you can see that she moved on to different lovers quick too. But it happened fast, and they didn't. I don't think like when she said, "All we have are all these years," because he goes, "All we have," and she's like, "Yeah, that's all we have are all these years." So I do believe there could have been a scene added showing all those years and how they got to where they were.
That should, to me, instead of the beginning, like the opening scenes, instead of just showing like the random people and everything, it should have been showing their relationship. That's what I felt like it should have been. So you got some type of context, and then like near the end you see them like breaking up, then the movie starts in like during a poetry like slam and everything. That's how it should have went. So you got that background, so it's like when you see her boyfriend, like her ex, come up, it's not just some random nigga that's popping up at the door talking about coming to New York with me. I'm like we almost an hour in this movie. Who the fuck is this man?
Okay, so in the beginning they mentioned it was quick, but remember she was talking to Josie and she's like,
"You talk about it."
And she's like, well, I don't know where he is. So it was fast. There wasn't enough foundation built for her to go to New York and leave this new love interest.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, it felt like like the directors needed like to take their time more, like really pick certain scenes, pick very like important like topics and really like focus in on them, because it was a bunch of times where like just jumped around a lot. Like some stuff could have been cut or just spent more time focusing on something else. Like I like to focus more like in her previous relationship. I wanted to see her focus more on her like thinking about like going back and everything. And then her relationship with, I can't remember his name in the movie, but with Loren's sake, it was Darius, that's his name. Like it was back in, it was weird because it was like, all right, we doing good right now. Then we're not doing good. I'm like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like,
you know what? Here's why I love that for this 90s backdrop type. I love that because the 90s for me are a complicated time, right? I wish I was an adult in the 90s because love and romance in the 90s was passion, whirlwind, heat, quick, fast. And I think that they got that because, hey, you're married, I'm married. We know some days you be like, and other days it's like, if I don't see you tomorrow, I'll be all right. But I do get it was choppy.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Smoother. I get it.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like, but I do like. I thought that was a big thing. I was surprised that they had that in the movie too. That theme with her really like considering and thinking about like thinking about herself in that way. Thinking like, all right, do I need like how do I really feel and before I like commit myself into this new relationship? Like I wanted to see that like build upon more because it was really interesting. Like we don't really see that type of shit like now. Like when it's done like now, it's very like juvenile. But like in this one, like they try to give it a seriousness. It's just too quick though. But she was still wild, like you said, she was wild as hell coming right to the friend. I'm like, yeah.
First, like we know that was out of hurt and trying to get back, but just some things I just feel like you just don't do.
That was wild as hell. I'm like, yo.
Bill Bellamy's character Hollywood, we have to hold him accountable too, because
he wild as fuck.
We boys.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he wild as both of them was wild as fuck.
But if you remember, even in the very beginning, when they're at the sanctuary, the poetry club, they're there, and Darius does his piece, and Hollywood's hating at the table.
Yeah,
and Eddie and Sheila, and they're like, no, give him his props.
Yeah, give him his props. Yeah,
and he's still hating. So I think he was always feeling a way about Darius anyway.
I had forgot about that until much later, like and shit, because I'm like when I seen like the scene where they finally meet up afterwards and shit was going on, I'm like, what? I'm like, where's this animosity coming from? Like this shit seemed wild as fuck. You're like, like that's the main thing. The main thing with this movie is like it got great themes, great shit that like I want to see. It's just not taking its time enough to develop it. I wanted you need time for the conflicts and shit like to really like grow and set instead of like just chopping it up, like keep going like from scene to scene. Because when you do it like that, it feel weird. You know,
because they definitely could have had history between Hollywood and Darius.
something.
Maybe there was a woman before that got in
Mm.
between them or something.
Mm.
But it definitely should have been a reason as to why there
you would do that. Yeah, like why you would, or
that was
even,
wild.
or like that should have been their first, like how they first confrontation, you know, went out. Like they tried to be too cool about it. Like this ain't no cool nigga shit. They're like, no, like this, like yo, like we just broke up, nigga. Like we got
You my boy.
Yeah, boy, my boy. Like
Then
we gotta
not
fight over
only
this.
do you go out with her, but you bring her to
So,
our
like,
safe space.
Like,
Bro,
yo,
violate.
I'm like, these niggas is wild as hell. Then he fucking left her in the rain. I'm like, yo, like this shit is crazy.
And I think that was like to prove that he really was the asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like his character had no character development whatsoever.
No.
He was an asshole from beginning to end. And that's really Bill Bellamy, what he played. So it made sense. But his character, no character development.
I was surprised to see Bill Bellamy. Like I didn't know he was in it. You know, I wish
that was a killer
more
cast.
Yeah, I
one
like
band, one sound.
Mm-hmm.
We had Sheila. We had Nina Simone. Nia Long. It was an amazing.
What's his name? Isaiah Washington. I didn't get why they had him.
I have a gripe with him though. Yeah, he was man. But you know, wait. So I have two ideas. I love the fact that it was quick, but they did throw him the fact that he was married. And they were trying to show in the friend group there is a married person here, but even they're having conflict. So I kind of got it, but
it wasn't the time, like no time, because I was like you literally before like him and his wife have problems, they together chilling in a party. Next scene, you see him like she leaving and taking the kid. I'm like, they fucking had a kid. I'm like, okay, like they're taking a kid. Where the fuck they going? Like then just randomly at the end of the movie, like. She coming back. Like what's happening? Like, why is this in a movie? Like this, I don't get it. What's happening?
I think like they were supposed. So you know, we draw our own conclusions when we love something. But when Savon and Darius talk, when Savon told him about get her back or whatever, I think it's supposed to make him realize like, oh nigga, get your woman back.
Yeah.
Too. But they could have explored that more and showed the conversation and showed the issue, and they could have put him in a position to say, hey, out of our friend group, I am the one that's traveling this road of marriage. So let me help you. But they didn't. That definitely a missed opportunity.
Yeah, that was a missed opportunity. And like I thought he was gonna be what I wanted him to be. Was like I didn't want any conflict with him and him and his wife. I think him being like the happily married man, like could have been like played more of the conscious for like Lorenz State's for Darius, like Lorenz State's character and everything, and really like come at like Hollywood and everything for how it was going on. But like it was just like I said, everything was too quick. You know, it was too quick for it. You know, so like I'm loving like the ideas and the plot points that's being introduced in the movie. But I'm hating that it's not giving its time to grow. Like I want to see it grow. You know?
It's like they planted all the right seeds. Everything's germinated. But when it was time to move them to the garden, they died. So I get it. But it's still a see. Now that I look at movies or even listen to songs with a critical ear and eye. I start to like loving basketball. I hate it now. We'll never watch it again.
Really? I haven't watched it in a long time.
Now watching it at like I think 30. I was like, yeah, this is crazy. So this movie didn't do that for me, but I definitely saw, where like that's little,
because the problems isn't like the problems with the movie isn't like it isn't with like I don't think it's with the material so much or like the cast or anything with that. It's just directorial problems. It's editing and directorial problems is the issue with the movie. Like the movie in itself, like it's still fine. Yeah, it's just weird like directorial choices and editing like choices make like chopping stuff up too much instead of letting letting shit breathe. But personally, it's going to definitely get like a couple of points for me for having a sex scene with Nia Long because I love me some fucking Nia Long.
And just you have to just like remember I'm a poet now. It's raining. The record player The way that the ceilings, the high ceiling, it was
Mm,
such a beautiful scene.
it
And I think we've
was.
all been there when you want someone, but you know you ain't supposed to do that. If you do this,
Mm,
don't, but you're like, damn. And so for them to finally just like, it was such I think the
mm,
intensity definitely exploded at the right time. I
yeah.
love how they built upon that. And it was such a romantic
Yeah,
scene.
like I like that it was more so like quick to get into the relationship, and that wasn't real no like BS about it, like how they kind of like skipped around like the BS about it. Like that's what I love a lot, like the ideas that's introduced into this movie. Like I
Mhm.
like that so much instead of having the whole rigmarole, like really trying to get with the person. But like no, we're establishing a relationship like earlier on, and then for the rest of this movie, we're going to see like the trials and tribulations of this
Yeah.
relationship. No, I like that. I like that about it. Because so, especially with like romantic films, if it like it takes so long for them like to get like to the actual relationship part,
Mhm.
and then it's always some shit where they have like they classic like breakup then get back together thing, but the breakup is always over like some misunderstanding or something that can be literally just talked over in one conversation and shit.
Mhm.
But like the issues that they were having in this were like, no, these are actual issues. They got some real gripes like
Substantial
with each
shit
other.
going on.
Got
Yeah.
some real gripes, like with each other, and I did really like and appreciate that because it's so different than a lot of
Yeah.
other like romantic movies and shit,
Yeah,
especially.
and like you said, they got right too because when as soon as he saw her in the bar, and he's like, "Oh, fact."
I mean, like, sing along. I mean, I get
And
it.
then when he
Same.
does the Brother of the Night poem to her,
Yeah.
that was such a I don't know. That's what made me fall in love with the entire movie. Like, oh
Yeah.
my gosh! But he literally said, like, look, I want you. I'm gonna put this out here, my little poetry, and I'm gonna get you. So I do love that they made the sparks fly as soon as they met. It wasn't
Mm-hmm.
it was a like love at first sight type thing.
Mm-hmm. Like, then did you just meet one more time outside at the bookstore? Or like, it's on. I mean, at the record store, not the bookstore. At the record
Yep.
store. Like, and,
And
and
then
then it's
after
on.
that, showed up at her
It's
house like
on.
a freaking stalker. And
Exactly.
then it was they were like peanut butter and jelly after
Yeah,
that.
and I gotta give it not just because I love me some Nia Long, that's been established. I think her acting in this was like a step above everybody else's. Like she came across so natural, like in this movie, and I wanted to just see more of her character because of how natural she was coming across and how introspective like she was coming across. Like the times when she was just sitting in silence, just thinking about shit. I loved how like Nia played it and like how I came across. I just wanted that's why I wanted more time with her. One more time to just sit and to really like work through like a lot of stuff because I did really enjoy it.
I think when I look at her character,
Mm,
Nina, she represents to me the 90s black woman.
mm,
The natural hair, the lip liner, the when she wears her glasses and puts them over her face, the passion,
mm.
but also the way she would like correct him. Like when I think he made a quote when he said it was Mozart, and
Yeah,
she's like,
yeah.
"Oh, that's Shaw." So
Mm,
things like that about her, I love the layers that they had to her because she
mm.
wasn't one dimensional. So I definitely agree. Her acting was, yeah,
Yeah.
it was
It
like
came across a
smooth.
lot more natural.
Like it was her. Like this is who she is for
Yeah.
real in real life.
Like this movie is definitely like if you're into like the neo soul shit, this I definitely see why people don't like this because it's dripping with it. Like the sauce is dripping with it. It's that like through and through, like with the music, with the style,
The
with
fashion.
the yeah,
Oh my
like
gosh.
everything is just dripping with that classic neo soul like nostalgia.
And I love the scene too because here we have this black movie where we ain't talking about the homeboys. We're not cleaning nobody's
Mm,
house. We ain't nobody's slave. We're in bookstores, record stores. We're living in high ceilings. We're photographers, poets, authors, like that. So we're
mm,
speaking at speakeasies. That was so beautiful that they were always somewhere where there was like intellectual. Even when they were at
yeah,
Savant's house and they were having the talk,
yeah,
and he's playing the African drum, and they're talking about, oh, are you scared of God? That kind
mm,
of stuff. It's like stuff that we sit around and talk about shit like that.
mm.
But it was just so relatable. It's just I love it.
Yeah, this thing like me and Roberta was talking about while I was watching it, like bringing up, like it's so wild looking back at stuff from this era and just seeing people look regular. Like people and nobody is like super done up with makeup. Nobody got like a bunch of like plastic surgery, nothing like that. Everybody just looks like regular people. And like everybody's still like pretty as fucking shit. But like it's just everybody's looking like normal people doing like normal like nigga shit. And I miss that. I miss looking at like TV and movies and music videos. Like even if you look at like old music videos from around that time, it's like everybody looked like regular and normal. And that was okay. I miss that.
Like nobody had to be beat to the gods. The guys didn't have to be in 1,000 chains. There was no need, for the BBL. It just was natural humans, just being in their natural selves. And I love that. It's something that's why I love that era of movies. We talk about this, Brown Sugar or Best Man, The Wood. They're so nostalgic and very real for what our childhood was. You know what I mean? So it's like you're living a story that really could be yours on this screen.
Yeah, because that's the thing. That's the thing from like movies and TV shows back then. You can tell like the black movies and black TV shows that came out back then are for black people. It's not like we got to keep reminding you that we're black and we're going through black people's shit. So yeah, like, oh, I'm a black guy, I gotta get messed up by the police. Like no, like it's showing like black people like doing black shit,
regular stuff, regular
black, and it's not a big deal about it because the movies and TV shows were made for us. I feel like a lot of shit now is like made to actually try to like school white people, then like for us on the side, it's like, man, like niggas ain't talking about like shit like this is how we talk. We not constantly bringing up the fact that we black when we talking to each other and everything. That's not how niggas be acting.
You talking about spaghetti and what the fuck we're doing next weekend? Like
the conversations niggas is having like in everyday life is like one of the biggest arguments that's going on with niggas is like, is spaghetti a side dish or a main meal? like that's the type of shit niggas talk about.
Or fish, you know what I mean? Exactly. Like we're talking about like if our kids going to school or not. Yes, we're able to have intellectual conversations and sit down and talk about political and well-being and the earth and all this stuff. But on a normal Monday at 5:45, I'm definitely not concerned.
Like niggas is talking about like, yo, are you gonna wear that same button up to the baby shower that you wore to church? Like that's shit that niggas talk about.
Yeah. But you know what? I love that they had that type of banter in the movie.
Yeah.
There's something that black people we do. We can cap, right?
Yeah.
And we can cap and call you and hug it out because we know that's a form of love for us. Yeah. So I love that they were capping on each other and the friendship banner and the sisterhood. The sisterhood displayed between Josie and Nina, like when they were in a car and Josie goes, "You fucked them, didn't you?" That is my because it's really that's how we talk. Like if I know my best friend, I'm like, "Bitch, you fucked them, didn't you?" And so it was just like scream like yes.
Yeah, well, I love too, like, that's another reason why I didn't understand like the issue with like Hollywood and Darius, because I thought this nigga was just capping. That's what I thought. But then like I love too how Sheila was just a part of the friend group and nobody was trying to fuck Sheila. Like Sheila's just in like the friend group. The only other thing that I've seen that like has like a group of friends that's like man and woman, where it's like it's just platonic, everybody cool, is no big deal, was like Seinfeld. So like this is one of the only ones I've seen where it's like, oh like, yeah, like she's not like a love interest or anything,
well, living
like
single.
She's just her own. Yeah, living single. But it was people in relationships in that.
Look at not Regine, the Queen Latifah's character. She was nobody's in that. She was everybody in the house, just their friend.
Yeah, she was. But I'm talking about because like out of the whole friend group, like there was no relationships.
Okay,
I get that, but I like the whole friend group in that. Yeah, it was it's nobody like that. It wasn't like a constant thing, with him. And you got to see just cool platonic, male and female like friendship. you know, like especially like at that time and everything, how everybody like just cool, how the banter is and shit. I love like that shit. Like I want to see more shit like this. I feel like that was one aspect that the film did so well. You know, like it was, yeah. I'll chef kiss to that. I loved it so.
While they were in the
so
poetry
much.
bar, they started. While they were in, even when they told him he was foul for bringing her, there was still that brotherly, like, you foul nigga, but you know what I mean. So I love that there was that constant level of Black people love.
Yeah,
you just have that, you know. So that was really
it was fucking cool. Like so, I liked all that. I just like I said, the only thing I just wish like I said, it just took more time. But I definitely understand why so many people like it. Like I said, especially like if you're into that whole neo soul shit, this is your jam. I get it.
And there's no other. There are movies comparable, like I can say, you know, The Wood, or but there's nothing quite like this.
Yeah, like cause the style is what sets it apart. Like, yeah, that style that has is very distinct. You know, like I said, it very comfortably and unapologetically sets itself within like the neo soul like sound and feel. And it's like, and that's the movie through and through. You know,
even like I love how it wasn't so I'm Black and I'm proud, because that can sometimes relate, like a two Hotep type of shit, like, you know. But it, like when he did his poem, I know in his poem, because I love it, he talks about Yemiya and Oshun. So he's like they're subconsciously putting our culture, because in the 90s we were getting back to, you know what I'm saying. So they're putting that in there. The way Sheila dresses with the African garb and the earrings. So there's this level of consciousness of the movie that I fell in love with. Like, here's this Black man up there doing poetry. That is beautiful to me. Here's this Black woman, she's a photographer, and she decides, you know what? I don't have to work under this white man. I can go make my own way.
Yeah.
Does just that. So I just love it.
Yeah, I like that. I like all of those aspects about the movie. But I think that's what I got on my notes. Anything else about the movie you wanted to bring up?
No, I think because we talked about everything. You know, my favorite character is Josie. She's me. She's me.
Yeah.
My favorite character was definitely Nina. It was okay. And my favorite scene, I figured you asked me.
Okay, yeah.
It's gonna be like, what's wrong with you? When she's on the train and he's chasing, he's like, Nina. He's chasing her, yeah. Every time my shirt is like, it's so wet from tears. I forgot about
that scene. I like that it didn't get her then, because I've been too cliche to me. Yeah, because I'm like, all right, here we go, like just going to the airport, going to the train, going to get the girl, but it didn't happen. Yeah, I laughed afterwards, like when he was walking away, because all the smoke and steam was coming up, and then he looked like Usher and Let It Burn. So that shit was hilarious to me.
And that's probably why I loved it, because our time, we don't have that 90s type niggas begging and women like, come back, take me back, please.
Man, yeah, that's the shit. Yeah, that's the shit about, me and Roberta talk about this all the fucking time. That's the shit about like R&B now, because I listen to a lot of R&B now. Like R&B now is so different. Like niggas used to be marinating bitches. He used to be letting them singing their little heart and soul out, but it's not the same. Like
it's not the same. It's like, okay, so if you listen to Lucky Day, Lucky Day. Xavier Omar, he's people like him, but it's still just missing.
It's still very sex forward. It's not like I'm trying to woo you. It's like, no, we gonna fuck. Like that's shit nowadays.
I can agree. It's like these niggas thinking about getting the panties to a real slow beat. Like, it sounds good.
Like before, like niggas gonna come up with like metaphors and everything, you know. Like, so I'm trying to like take one of my favorite songs. I'll pay your rent. I'll cook your dinner too.
Come on, baby face. Okay.
As soon as I get home from work, I used to love that shit. Like, niggas don't serenade bitches no more. Like, niggas just get straight down to it. Like, we gonna fuck, take off your clothes.
Token, the women don't serenade either.
No, it's not the same no more. Yeah, it's not the same now. We don't got the boy bands no more. I missed that.
So bad. I remember seeing a young girl. I say a young girl like I'm old. She was like 12. I'm one of those. I'm one of those. But she was like 21, 20. And she posted about how this guy left her the sweetest voicemail, sent her flowers, and she was like, he's doing too much. And I was so confused, like, sis, what you want him to do? You want him to
Exactly.
take? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, because you can't be all up on me. You gotta, ignore me a little bit. So you ignore me, I gotta pop up. So
Wild.
It's very strange.
Yeah, it is not, this is not the same. Like I miss that, like that style of music. Like the anticipation, like the build up, like, put on your red dress. Like that's been my set. Some of that sweet perfume. I love that shit. But like, so look good on you. But like niggas ain't singing like that to women no more.
They're not.
They're not singing like that to women no more.
Nobody's singing like Maxwell, Woman's Worth. Nope. That's not happening. I feel like there's a lot of underground stuff, going on.
Yeah, that's what most of it is.
Mainstream though.
Yeah, it ain't coming on the radio like that no more.
But that's I won't say an agenda because I'm not sure if I fully believe that. I don't know enough. But I will say that there is, to me, like an urge to just push the niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit. Yeah, especially for our culture.
Yeah.
Because I really believe the more you listen to something, it gets in your subconscious and you start to really believe that. So if I'm constantly listening to niggas ain't shit, bitches ain't shit, that's what I'm going to believe.
Yeah, it's like, so even like rap used to be different, try like woo woman and everything, but it's not, it just ain't like that no more. Like I used to, especially like in fucking middle school, I used to rap Tupac's "Heaven Ain't Hard to Find," getting all the little kids, rapping that shit used to get them. They got songs like that no more. I don't know how the cats do it.
I remember, so we're 2 years apart because you're my brother's age, so we're 2 years apart. I remember in middle and high school, the guys would nobody thought it was corny to send your girl a Valentine's Day or a program or people thought it was cute, like, yeah, nigga, like that's my girl. You know what I'm saying? Now
they call it simping. like when I thought it was just courting. I thought it was courting. What happened to that?
I thought it was okay to express our feelings and
girls don't like that. They don't like flowers. Girls like flowers.
And I love flowers. So yeah, buy me flowers. Like I guess the world evolved and there's nothing new under the sun because everything has to happen again. But this here, we don't understand.
I got Camilla Lorenz taking this movie too because he ain't buy her ass no flowers to do no shit like that. Because that's a big thing in a lot of around.
Well, he did the poem though.
Maybe at the beginning of the movie. He ain't do no I'm trying to get you back shit, Like he gotta,
yeah, he did. He came to the train station. She was playing games.
He was late though. He was late though. She was. They both was fucking toxic. I'm not gonna. They both was fucking toxic
in the best way. But they were. But in the end, they got each other, and this movie had so many. The theme of the perseverance of love. When he talks about how romance is just a possibility, this movie showed me kind of like you can fall in love with the possibility of falling in love. When you think about falling in love, it's the flowers and the butterflies and all that stuff. But love has so many layers, and I think that they really explored that. Kind of, it wasn't smooth, but they showed
I appreciate that. Like
the ways, you know.
Oh, I appreciated one of the lines as friends said, which I always agree with. I always say a lot to people is that like you kind of bring up a part saying like love is a choice too. Like it's like it's active. Like you gotta like do shit like for it. And like, I do like that they brought that up because a lot of romance films is usually just like love at like first sight. They pretty much just go on that, but not and speaking in about love in a very like fairy tale way. But I do like how like that was brought up. Like no, like it is a choice and work. That
because you saw how I love how they show each character's. This wasn't like, oh, we're just one person. No, we're individuals.
Yeah.
When he was frustrated with his book. He had writer's block, and she's frustrated with her. She couldn't find a job or whatever's going on. They showed how their own issues definitely made them be like this.
Yeah.
And a lot of the movies, it kind of like, oh, this is our issue. But no, it's okay to have a separate issue. We're individuals.
Exactly.
So I love that.
Yeah, like I do like I said, I liked her character. Like I wanted to see more, especially I'll attribute a lot of that to her acting. Like so she was acting like very well. Like
it was cute when she wrote when he goes, you want to write me a piece or something, and she's like, maybe, but it won't be about sex. And I know she wrote love on his forearm. So she was definitely confident, and she was good at it.
Let me tell you,
but she was a badass.
Let me fucking tell you, let Nia Long coming to me and right love on my hand, folded. I was so sad to her, but we was watching it like she walked up to me. Well, I was like, I would have folded right then and there.
Yeah, Lorenz Tate could, yeah.
Hey, I got everybody know I love me some damn Nia Long. Ain't no shame about it.
Him and Jermaine Cole, Jacob.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna even hold you.
And it's like I'll be longing for some Nia Long. I want to keep it long and strong. I ain't gonna play.
I love that, and she's kind of like she is one of the I'll say statues of the '90s. If you think about the '90s, you can't not think about Nia Long.
Oh yeah,
like
definitely.
Boys in the Hood. This you cannot. Think
Fresh Prince, Friday, like she's a
staple.
Nia Long is a black staple,
Yeah.
And she still looks fucking good now.
In The Best Man, the final chapters, when I saw her, I was like,
Nia, I still gotta watch that. Because it's a TV show, right?
It's a series on Peacock.
I can't remember. I just know it's a show. I thought it was weird.
It was well done. I still want more, but it was well done. Go watch it. I think you'll like it. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it because there are some, but I think that they wrapped it up as best they could.
Okay. Yeah. I definitely gotta watch it. Like I like all the actors that's in it. Like especially like Regina Hall. Like I feel like Regina Hall don't get enough credit. Like as good of an actress that she is. I love Regina Hall.
She from Scary Movie, the movies with Kevin Hart. They have like 3 movies together.
Yeah, the Think Like a Man shit, like The Best Man shit. She has
some serious roles too.
Yeah, she had a serious role in this movie. I think it's called like The Girls Are All Right. Like she was acting her ass off in that. Like I love me some Regina Hall. Like she's like just naturally funny. Like she's actually just like fucking funny, and she can like do some real like serious roles, like just act her ass off, like and Regina Hall looked fucking good as hell too, shit. I love me some Regina Hall.
Yeah, I like her, and she's naturally funny. She's hilarious. A lot of satire movies. I usually fall asleep. That's just not my type of hype. But
this bitch come out the TV.
Yeah, I've never. That's from I know it's a Rain reference. I know from the memes and stuff, but I've never saw any of those Scary Movie yet.
You never seen none of the Scary Movies? Oh my god!
You want to give me? I don't watch like satire movies. I just no, they're not called. They're called something.
Parodies.
Parodies.
Parodies. Yeah, like the first two are good. I won't watch after that. Like the first 2, I think you will find legitimately funny. The first one is going to be a little bit dated, but it's still enjoyable. Like I don't watch after the second one, in my opinion. Like I like 1 and 2, cut off. Like do a hard break. Those ones are fun. Never.
There are so number one, I'm not a big TV watcher anyway. I read a lot. So if I watch a movie, or a show, it's because I really, really like it. So I don't watch horror. Anything scary?
I usually don't watch horror films either.
Count me out.
Yeah, same. I don't watch horror films either.
Nope. Parodies, count me out. And to be honest, comedies.
How you don't like comedies? How you don't like to laugh?
And I'm funny as hell. It's just like I think I expect something, like my kind of humor, because I have really deep, dark.
Oh yeah, it's just the right comedies. Like if you like a real good dark comedy, it's like a dramedy. It's on Netflix. It's called Afterlife. It's about this dude getting over getting over depression of like his wife just dying, right?
Okay.
It has some really good dark comedy. Like it's fucking hilarious. It's like I don't want to say it on here because people are like, oh my god, but no, this shit's
that's
hilarious.
the kind. Listen, only my closest friends, my brothers, and my husband, they only know I would never post for the kind of joke. I probably would be canceled. Nobody would book me ever again. I would never have another poetry show. Cancel her.
Yeah,
like,
watch Afterlife. I think it's got like 2 seasons. Like it's. Did
you watch BoJack Horseman on Netflix?
I started. I fell asleep and I didn't come back into it for some reason. But I heard that was really good too.
Big Mouth. Those are the kind of things that
I like Big Mouth. Big Mouth is funny. Yeah, like if you're definitely gonna like Afterlife because like it's just like no filter type shit, weird, like just grin into the weeds, so like type like dark humor, and I wouldn't watch it with my mom, but I like like that.
My dark humor, I watch
over sexual shit, like, but
I dark humor alone because even like if it's my husband, I look like, man, this nigga probably judging me like, like you crazy as fuck, because it's just so funny to me. So growing up black be like.
I feel you. All right, well, I feel like we hit up Love Jones pretty good. I think it's time for us to go ahead and go to like the next segment where I ask everybody who comes on the show, give me a list of your top 3, like whatever. Like one of the categories I gave was give me like your top 3 movie villains. And like another one I did was like give me your top 3 musicals. So this time I want since it's the first romance film we're gonna do that. Give me your top 3 romance films, but can't add Love Jones. Because we talked about, we already know it's gonna be in there, so we can't do Love Jones. Give me your top 3.
Number 1, all time, it will never change. The Notebook.
Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Number 2. I'm talking about romance.
Mm-hmm. Like rom-coms will count too. If you don't know those. You do not have to make that face and say rom-coms.
You see, human emotion. I can't hide my. I did not want to do that. My face, it just tells it. Okay, so look, I have to look up something. Wait, I don't. This is sick. I told you I don't. So let's see. Romance. Oh, definitely.
You got the Notebook. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, like can't hate on that pick. Can't hate on that pick.
Okay, let me see.
You got 2 more.
2 more, and we're talking about romance. I want to say Titanic, but I'm not.
I've never watched it all the way through. That movie's too fucking long for me.
If Beale Street could talk. Okay. Oh my.
Another black one. Number 2. You got 2 of them.
This one. You cannot hold me. This one is for 19-year-old Domi who was finding herself. Twilight.
Hey, I give it to you. Twilight it was a moment.
My dorm room, bro. My dorm room.
I like the Twilight films. It was a moment.
My roommate and I were like Twilight fanatics. I was team Edward and she was team Jacob. I still have books and movies from Unwrapped. I have bookmarks. I have so much shit from college from them. So definitely Twilight.
Oh man, I feel it. I ain't gonna hate. Like I said, Twilight was a phenomenon. Like it was its own thing. No judgment. Like, no judgment.
I went to all the midnight premieres. It was a thing. Definitely a moment in time for me.
I remember sneaking in to go see, what was it? The second was New Moon, right?
New Moon, yeah.
Like we went to go see, me and my friends went to go see one movie. It was terrible. I think it was like the Avatar movie. We were like, not the blue people, the other one, like the last Airbender one. Okay. It was like, oh, terrible. Walked out. Went to go see.
I walked out on Thor Ragnarok. No.
Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that either.
It'll never, ever happen.
I'm like, what is this trash?
What What the hell?
Yeah, I ain't fuck with that one either. All right, now the last question like I got for you. On the list of every a movie that every black people should see, what's your contribution to that list? And it can't be Love Jones.
That every black person should see.
It's a tight one. You only get one pick to add to that list.
And so, my ass went straight to books. But it's so sick. It's so sick. But
you know, like a book that turned into a movie, like The Eyes Were Watching God or Fences, shit like that. That's good ones.
I'm gonna go with James Baldwin.
Okay.
It's called it's a documentary. It's a documentary type.
Oh, Not Your Negro.
See, look,
yeah. I'm a movie nigga. I watch movies a lot. Like that's my thing.
So that I cried, I learned, I gained respect. I changed perspective. That I think, especially for black boys.
Yeah, that's a good.
Especially black queer boys who are, I just think it's beautiful because I ain't your motherfucking Negro, nigga.
That's a good.
I got a poem that talk about like we're not for your consumption. Like, yeah, nigga, like nah. And so that it was so empowering. And also, I'll go with that. I'll go with that.
Oh yeah, that's a good pick. I think that's the first documentary that somebody picked too. Yeah, that's a good one though. I'm Not Your Negro. Like I've read like a couple of his books. I think like the one most recent one I read was like I think it was like Go Tell on the Mountain or some shit like that about like the preacher's son and everything. Yeah, like
James
that's a good one.
Is the reason I'm scared to write, but also the reason I love to write. Him and Toni Morrison. Yeah. They are the way in which they tell a story to you as if you're there, but they're teaching you like they're literally talking to you. It just amazes me. So I can talk about that all day. So yeah, I definitely think that.
That's a good one. Yeah, like this is one James Baldwin quote. Like when I first read it, I didn't really get it, but as I got older, I'm like, oh my God, yes, I feel this so much differently now. Where it's like to be black and conscious is to be like in a constant state of like anger. I'm like, oh my God, like
when I heard
love Baldwin, yeah,
like
love
what?
Baldwin.
I don't want to be.
Like nigga, I'm happy. Yeah.
There's a poem by this woman. Her name is Portia O. She's a poet, amazing fucking poet, and she starts off with, I'm really sweet. I'm really kind. I'm really nice. And then she goes, so why does everybody call me a, angry black woman? She goes, yes, I'm mad. I'm pissed the fuck off. And he's talking about racism, misogyny, patriarchy, just everything. And it's like, yeah, as black people, you got a whole lot of reasons Solange say to be motherfucking mad. So yeah, I definitely get it now. And it takes, as a black person, especially living where we live, it takes a lot of emotional intelligence and hard work to be able to say, hey, I get to be in peace today.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it. Well, thank you for spending your time with me tonight. I have fun. You have fun?
Yeah, listen, I did. Thank you for asking. This was like so much fun. Favorite movies always easy to talk about, but black shit, perfect. So yeah.
Put them together.
Yes,
you got any socials you want to let anybody know, for people to follow you on?
Yeah, you guys can follow me Instagram and Facebook and TikTok at Love Domi Poets. I be writing poems and shit and spitting a little bit.
We doing everything and how it is.
Yeah, so you can catch me, on Facebook and Instagram. Usually talking about poetry and my kids.
It'd be like that. All right, thanks for coming in with me. This has been another episode of Afro-Cinematic, and we out.